Now, can everyone see that?
Yes, looks good. You're ready.
Okay, perfect. Cool. Well, thank you guys. I'll just have some few introductory slides here before I get into any demonstrations. But just to introduce Prophix as a who we are, we're the mid-market leader here. So with over 2,500 customers across 110 plus countries, we have a truly fanatical focus on the customer experience. So we offer full implementation support and accountability for all of our projects. And we have a truly white glove approach that really powers our customer success methodology. And this really pushes us into the highest NPS score in the industry. And over at Prophix, we truly strive for innovation, and everything comes with a security first mindset. So today, I'm just going to cover a little bit about Prophix here. So we can integrate with not only GP here, but we can integrate with 400 plus data sources, whether those are APIs, XLs, different flat files. We can connect to most HRIS systems, ERPs, CRMs, or we can even connect to your existing Excel models and pull everything into our central database. So with the Prophix One financial performance platform, what I want to just get across here is that we have a centralized user security system along with a centralized data integration. So when we pull in data from GP or multiple sources, it's going to go into a shared data model. So with this, we also offer a solutions marketplace for all of our clients, which basically gives us just some free solutions towards modeling, reporting, just to give out some ideas with associated design plans. The platform also has a built-in audit and logging tool, as well as a common launch portal. And for today's demonstration, I'm really going to just key in on the Prophix FP&A Plus side of things, which is our financial planning and analysis tool. So as you can see here, we're just going to talk about some dashboarding analytics, our Prophix Copilot, which is our generative AI, and we'll get into some planning and forecasting. And I'll also show us the Prophix Microsoft add-in, just to show you some added functionality here. And while I talk about the Prophix FP&A Plus platform, I want to mention that Prophix is what we truly are is a integrated platform. So not only do we offer financial planning and analysis and those reporting and analytics, which our company started off with so many years ago, we've also expanded into the accounting and compliance side where we offer some solutions, as well as our close and consolidation tools, such as account reconciliations, our intercompany management, and financial consolidation tools. And we are truly an integrated platform here. I know that term gets thrown around a lot, but we offer a common launch portal for no matter which application you're using. We also have centralized user security, so you're able to scale for hundreds, thousands of users, how many people we want on our platform. And with our central data integration, once we pull in your data here, it's not only going to be in our, say, FP&A Plus tool, but it's going to come across to all of our different applications. So as you scale with the platform, your data gets pulled in automatically. And we also have our Prophix Advisor, which is just a knowledge management tool, as well as some other features. But with all of this, we're just going to be scratching the surface today. So I'll exit out of the PowerPoint here and just take us into our Prophix One home screen. So this is what our launch platform looks like, and I'll just take us into our FP&A Plus tool here. So with this, Prophix is cloud-based and browser-based, so we can access Prophix from any device, no matter where you are. And now that I've launched into this, I'm brought to my available dashboards, which show me my most valuable data and KPIs at a really quick glance. So this data is integrated from either your single ERP, or we can have multiple connections coming in at once. Everything goes into our central data platform here, and everything you see is always live and it's always accurate. And with the dashboards here, users can configure their own dashboards, or your administrators can configure them for, specific individuals or groups. And as I was saying, security is integral to our platform. So when it comes to dashboards, and it'll come into the other features here, but we can actually create global dashboards, which we can send out to all of our users. And then those individual users will only have access to the data points that we allow them to see through the security manager. So we don't have to worry about having multiple versions of dashboards or, templates, reports, budgeting. It all flows in. So what I want to bring your attention to today is our OPEX variance chart over here. So we can really quickly take a look at our data, and we can see with just a variance line here, we can see that we have a negative variance occurring for our marketing department. So, our actuals are exceeding our budget for the year. With our interactive dashboards, we can just really quickly come in and take a look at the underlying data there. So going from marketing to the different sectors of it, we can continue with our analysis, and we can see that our negative variance seems to be just coming from our advertising side of things. We can see actuals are really trending over budget. So with this, we can come in and we can take a look at an associated report with this data, just to continue with our analysis here. And actually, just before I hop over into the report, one thing I want to spike out is that with our reports, we have our Prophix One Intelligence built in. So Prophix One Intelligence is the AI engine embedded across the Prophix One platform, and it delivers real-time insights and automation for finance teams. It learns from platform-wide usage to personalized experiences, streamline processes from reporting to close, and it's intertwined into the platform. So I'll spike out key features as we come across them. One of them is our chart insights tool. So with a quick click, our generative AI gives us a really nice summary of just the data points it's seeing in the charts. So with that, I'll just continue into that link template that we were looking at. And what we'll see here, just like the dashboard, every template and report that you see today is entirely configurable. So reports in Prophix really differ from Excel and other reporting tools in that all the calculations and totals are defined centrally within Prophix. So what that means here is when you look at your actuals, your budget, your variance amounts, these factors don't live in this report. They don't live in the template. They live in the central data model behind all of this. So that means no matter where you're looking at this data, it's always going to tie out, and it ensures every user in Prophix is always looking at the same data at the same time. So with this, I'm looking at a kind of a detailed data report of that underlying chart. I can see the existing chart here. And one more of those generative AI features I'll point out is our chart insights here. So if we take a look at our row notes, we can actually generate these automatically. And these give a really good jump off point just to kind of give some context to the data that we're seeing. And your team can take these and then modify them further as you see fit. But for us, we're just going to take a look at our advertising here. So we can see with our comment that this variance is being driven by the product marketing side of things. So with our templates, we can very quickly use our filters on the side here, and we can go from a total departments view and we can investigate that product market department. So this way, we only have to create one report and we can quickly toggle between departments and time periods. So in here, we can see that advertising variance seems to be coming through from this department. We can see our team left a quick note here that this was emergency spend to counter competitor product launch. So one more thing within this is, say we want to investigate the underlying transactions behind this actuals total. We can right-click in, and we can actually come in and look at our drill across functionality here. So what this is going to open up is essentially the underlying data behind that table. And drill acrosses are configurable. We can pull in lots of different tables from your database. But in this scenario for our product marketing, we also have an associated template here, or associated invoice. So we can really quickly see that, that $31,000 amount is linked into our product marketing campaign. So we have confidence that this is coming from, a correct accounting allocation for us. So we can close out of this, and since this report here is only looking at our actuals for 1 month, let's say we wanted to dive deeper into this data. we can really quickly go in and analyze the underlying data in our ad hoc analysis tool. So this is really the lifeblood of Prophix here, because this strips away your formatting and it actually just allows you to see the underlying numbers with the associated dimensionality behind them. So say we wanted to analyze our advertising spend over the year. We can just really quickly manipulate our dimensions here. And then when we're looking at this, we can actually now come across, take a quick look, and we can see that the $31,000 number seems to be a spike for just a single month here, with all of our other costs staying pretty consistent across the year. So with ad hoc, I could come in here and I could continue to slice and dice. I could analyze this data in ways that I think make sense, just so I can create a broader story behind these numbers. But I'm actually empowered by our Prophix Copilot here, which is our generative AI tool. So say I wanted to just do some further analysis without going through ad hoc. So I'm just going to copy and paste a question here. But we're asking, how did spending on advertising impact revenue for Stark Industries in the first 3 quarters of last year? And you'll notice here that the agent is just going to do some thinking. For those that are kind of familiar with different AIs, we know that one of the most important things recently is actually just slowing down the model so that it takes time to consider the information you're feeding it, and that it really thinks on the question that you've provided and its answer towards that. So you'll see here that I didn't spike out any specific GL accounts. I just came in, I asked about our advertising, how it impacted the revenue for a specific industry for the 3 quarters of last year, right? So those are different things that the agent is now going to think about. It's going to show us the different assumptions that it's making. And it's just going to continue thinking through this. But you can see that it's already identifying Q1 to Q3 of 2024, since we're in 2025. And once it's done thinking, it's going to present us with some answers here. So this tool actually created by its own a chart here that then gives us our advertising spend, our gross revenue by quarter. And I'll point out that it also even gave us an ad revenue or an ad spend as a percentage of revenue calculation. This isn't something that we'd built into the model. This is something that the agent just came through and did on its own. We can convert these insights into different charts, or we can export them. But the model gives us some analysis, gives us some insights, and it'll even prompt us to do further analysis. But with this, we can just continue on here. And now that we've gotten some insights into our actuals versus budget, we can come back to our dashboard and we could just give a quick example of how we would correct for our budget. We can go into the workflow tasks assigned to this user. And with these templates, we can then enter data at a monthly level. We can enter it at, say, a yearly level. And Prophix is smart enough to know that we are going to have to spread this yearly data across each month. It'll ask us how we want to spread for that data. We can further come in and we can even do a line item schedule. So we can plan by month, but we can give more specific line item details here. And the last point, since I think we're running out of time here, that I'll make is we can also link in additional Excel templates here. So we can see that there was a comment left. So we'll just view that comment here. And we can see that there was a Excel template linked, right? Because our IT department in this scenario does planning at a very granular level outside of Prophix. So they would have an associated template that was created years ago. Everyone in the department uses this. So they can plan at a granular level here, which will then convert into that GL level activity that we see. So say we wanted to update some of these numbers here just very quickly within the template. We can enter the data into the template, and with our Microsoft add-in tool, we can actually save this data directly back to Prophix. With a quick save, we'll go into our template and we'll just refresh. And you can actually then see how the data comes in live from our Excel template back to our Prophix template here. And you'll see our information technology numbers update so that the numbers are always live when we're doing our budgeting. And I think I'm at time here, right, Amy?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. I will wrap it up here, just not to take up anyone else's time, but thank you guys. If you have any additional questions, feel free to reach out. We can help you out.